And hello, everyone. Welcome back to a very special episode of Dwain Woode, MD Live. It is the final episode of this season, final episode for this year, and I am so excited to share this moment with you. As 2024 kind of leaves and we step boldly into 2025, I'm excited to say that, we've had a wonderful run. If you're new to me, I'm Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. And in this year, new you. Tonight's show is all about vision, about growth, about transformation as we prepare to embrace limitless living in 2025. I'm talking to adults with type 2 diabetes who want to reverse their diabetes, who want to get healthy, who want to get off of diabetes medications, who want to put their diabetes in remission, who are interested in becoming healthy as they move into the future. If you're new, go ahead and put new in the comments because I'd love to welcome you with a hand clap and some music. And let you know that I'm happy that you are here. If you have questions as we go throughout the episode, as the show tonight, go ahead and drop those in the comments because I'd love to get to those. And as I look through the comments, I want to make sure that I get those and answer your questions. So be sure that you are doing that. As you know how we do it here on the show, I've got my monitors. Let's see. I've got my monitors that we're going to take a look at here in just a minute. And so we could see what's been going on with my blood sugars. Let me pull that up, and you'll see there on, there they are. I've got my monitors over on this side, and right below me, that is my Dexcom Clarity Report that we will take a look at to see what my blood sugars have been doing. I'm excited, if you've not already done so, and we'll talk more about this, make sure that you get over to the YouTube channel and look at the playlist. We'll make particular reference to that as we move through this episode to make sure that you are preparing yourselves as we move into 2025. I do see some of our community members out there. So if you're out there, thank you for joining us, whatever platform you're on. We're going on Twitch, Instagram, of course, LinkedIn, what else? Facebook, and then of course here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being in this space with us. Wow, what a ride that it's been. So let's go ahead and let's say hello to some folks because I see some people out there. Let's see, let's do this one. All right, so let's see what we got. So Teresa is saying, hello, doctor and everyone. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Hey, Cornelia, thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see, Nebraska, New York. Howdy, Teresa, Cornelia, and all. And then Steve. Hey, Steve, Huntsville, Alabama in the house. Cornelia saying hello. Jennifer saying hello to Steve. And then back and forth, Steve. And then Teresa is in the South. Hey. Teresa saying hi, Cornelia, Steve, and Jennifer. Steve saying hello. Of course, Jennifer, Teresa. Steve, we missed you the other night. Yes, we certainly did. Hello, Teresa, Steve, Jennifer, and Dr. Woode. Jian from Korea. Hey, Jian, how are you? Thank you for hanging out with us. So we got a full house. Cornelia saying hi to Jian and back and forth. And Steve said, Teresa, I was in the hospital. I tried but didn't have a link in my email. Okay. Teresa says, hi, Gian, and hello from Steve. Howdy, everyone. And Gian saying hi to Teresa. I just love this community. See, look at that. I mean, Gian saying hi, Jennifer. Hi, Cornelia. Teresa saying hi at Steve. I'm sorry. Are you feeling better? Jennifer says, my CGM alarm has gone off several times today. Been enjoying eggnog today. Jennifer, yes. Store-bought, but organic with sugar instead of corn syrup. Okay. So Jennifer, do I need to just leave the show and just go get mine so we could drink together? Do you want me to do that? It's just right. It's just right down the street. Gian says, Merry Christmas all. That's Merry Christmas. Jennifer says, Steve, glad you're better, out of the hospital. I am some better, Teresa. Yes, yes, yes. So glad that you are better, Steve. I'm glad that you guys are all here. And what a time that we have had. What a time that we've had. So let's hop into it. And we've been doing a lot of things. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at blood sugars, because I want to show you guys what's been happening with me. Let's take a look first. Here is my Freestyle Libre, and you see my Freestyle Libre right now is 127, but probably about 12 minus, so 24. Yeah, this morning it was up above 300. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's been going on. Here is my Dexcom. Let's take a look. 12 hours. And so this was lunch right in here, and lunch was what do we have? Cream of broccoli soup. So that's what did this. Cream of broccoli soup, and did I have anything else? Oh, and a salad. Yeah, cream of broccoli soup and a salad. Went from 158 up to 208, and then started coming back down to where we are right now. Late last night, you see we were up near 200. So Teresa, that was not eggnog. That was actually curry chicken and basmati, jasmine rice. So that's what did this right here. And that was a leftover from here. So let me do that. Right? So that went. So hanging out with my son, we were doing something here in the studio, getting ready for some some redesign that we're doing after the show tonight. And so we were up late and eating, and then we were down here, and then look at that. Boom. Right? So rice and curry chicken. So interesting process, right? So interesting how the body responds to different things. As we get into the new season, we'll be doing a little bit more on what food. Look at this food and look at what it does. Right? We'll be spending some time doing that. But that's what we see right now. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at my meters. So I've got my Keto Mojo. I've got my Contour. I am not fasting, and you obviously saw what my blood sugars are today. So what do you think my blood sugars are going to be? If you have, or not my blood sugar, but my ketones. If you have a guess, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a strip over here, and this is my Contour. I've got 2 strips here. Glucose ketone strip for the Keto Mojos. Go ahead and open that one up. Get that in, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up just so we can have that off to the side as well, because I don't want to have to poke myself again. Get into my handy dandy container, and it's a little bit more crowded because I added some more things in here. So let's grab this one. And set that off there. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to actually do on this side, because the other, so this side of the finger is where I normally do, and it's a lot more calloused. And so if I go there, I'm probably not going to get a good stick. So I'm going to come on the other side. Of course, that hurts more, but ow, 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 ow. Okay, there we go. But I should get, yep, there we go. Very brisk drop of blood that's coming out there. That's the Keto Mojo. This is the Contour. And we're going to keep this going. So 144 is what you see right there for my, this is my Keto Mojo. 131 for my Contour. And of course, right here is my Freestyle Libre. Let's go ahead and pop this out and get into, this is my ketone strip. And then let's go ahead and get that started. All right. And so, of course, I'm not going to show you what that is right now. I think I saw a guess in there. So Jennifer said 0.3. Teresa says 0.1. Yeah, so we'll see what those are here in just a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into our discussion. Let's get into our discussion. And before that, let me grab some of these comments. Let's see. Okay, so Gian, Cornelia was saying it's good to hear that Steve is feeling better, and then of course the 0.3 and the 0.1. Okay, I thought I'd seen some others. All right, so let's go ahead and let's have our discussion. And so the discussion that we're having is this idea of what do we do in the new year, right? So what do we do in the new year? That's what we're talking about, and you know, a vision for 2025. Okay, so as we wrap up this year, it is tempting to just think that we've been doing just some stuff and that we just move on, right? That's, oh yeah, we did that, that's done. And we now move on and it's done, right? But tonight, in tonight's show, I want us to take a moment and I want us to reflect about the vision, the growth, and the transformation that we've had as we've moved through this journey of New Year, New You. And as we begin moving and pivoting and thinking about 2025 and embracing this limitless living that we've been talking about, right? So let's go ahead and let's talk about reflecting. So as we wrap up 2024, we want to take a moment and we want to look back at this journey that we've been on together. So New Year, New You is not just a slogan. It's really a call to action. It is a framework for transformation. As you've heard me say before, often people don't succeed not because they don't have drive, not because they don't have an idea of what they want, not because they don't have knowledge. They often don't succeed because they don't have structure, they don't have a framework. And so New Year, New You has been that structure. It has been that framework that says we can reverse our diabetes. We can be better than we've been. But here's the key. Here's the key. Are you ready for it? The year is just a year. There's nothing special in the year. The year is a small portion, a small part of New Year, New You. And the you that you've created, the you that you have all of a sudden embraced, it's always been about you. It's been about your growth, about your resilience, about your commitment to becoming better, becoming stronger, and becoming more aligned with your purpose. It's about you becoming the person you thought you could be, becoming the person that you want to be, becoming the person that you sometimes thought was lost. It wasn't about the year. In fact, when you saw the flyer that we did, it was New Year, New You. Right? New Year, New You. It was huge. The you that you've created. And that you is the person, that is who you're taking with you. Think back on your journey. Think back on this journey that we've been on together. Maybe you embraced fasting for the first time. Maybe you tackled a challenge of creating a meal. Maybe you learned how to cook food and you had this idea of retrogradation, or you used a vinegar to decrease the absorption of the carbs that you're eating. You overcame some emotional triggers, or you found a new way of moving your body that brought you joy and brought you physical benefits. Whatever it was you. Maybe you redefined what it meant to take control of your blood sugar. Take control of your health and take control of your life. As a matter of fact, that's what I say when we start, right? I say, hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level and create the life you've always wanted. Whether your wins were small or big, whether you had tremendous weight loss, whether you had an A1C that dropped by 5, 10, 12 points, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you've learned and the you that you have become. And those are the wins that are the foundation of what's coming next. Those are the things that you are taking with you, the concepts that you've learned, the tools that you've learned, the community that you have built. As a matter of fact, after all, limitless living is built on the new you. It's not built on the year. New year, yes, but new you. That's where we're heading. That's where we're heading. So let's talk a little bit about limitless living. So in 2025, our theme for the new year is living limitlessly or limitless living, right? This is about breaking free from anything, whether inside of ourselves or outside of ourselves, that's holding us back from achieving our fullest potential. Yeah. So this one right here is a tough one sometimes, because there are some things we don't want to face. I'll tell you, there are some things as I've been walking through limitless living over the last several months, I found myself telling myself, oh my goodness, do you mean that I've got to deal with that? Do you mean I've got to address that? Do you mean I've got to sit in that space? And the answer to that is yes. Because there's nothing inside of me that I'm going to allow to derail me. There's nothing outside of me that I'm going to allow to derail me. As a matter of fact, I was talking to someone recently, and I said to them, I cannot let the difficulty in our relationship derail me from my health. I can't let anything hold me back from achieving my fullest potential. Limitless Living says that no doubt, no past trauma, no fear of failure or fear of success, no external barriers like other people's opinions of me are enough to keep me back. No more. Limitless living is about empowerment. It's about clarity, and it's about intentionality. We're no longer allowing things to happen to us. To live a limitless life means confronting the things that have been lacking, the things that have been blocking us. It means saying, I'm going to deal with this so it doesn't derail my health. It means that if I don't know how to cook, I've got to now learn how to cook. It means that if I live in an area where I don't have access to the types of foods that I need to connect with someone who is able to transport me to that space. It means that if I'm having a difficult relationship, I now have to figure out a way to help that relationship so that it doesn't derail me. It means that that person that always gets under your skin, you've got to deal with it. The frustration you have over not advancing in your job because you don't have the qualifications, that means now you've got to go learn. That means that when the boss at your job overlooks you over and over and over, you now have to say, Mr. Ed, I'd like to talk to you. I've had people say to me that they sometimes don't come to see me in the office because of what's going on in their lives, because of their blood sugars, because they've not been taking their medication, because, and a whole list of things. Limitless Living says no more. I can't hide. And that, my friends, can be painful. It means recognizing that the journey to metabolic health, the journey to diabetes reversal, and overall well-being is about more than just numbers. It's about mindset, it's about our emotions, it's about resilience, and it's about community, because we're not meant to do this alone. Limitless Living says that there is a mindset shift. To live without limits, we need to make some key mindset shifts. We got to reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. They're not roadblocks. They're actually stepping stones. Now, I'm going to tell you, there have been some challenges that I've had in my life that they sure enough look like roadblocks. In fact, some of my emotional eating comes directly from those challenges. And part of it was I had not learned how to reframe. I had not learned how to change those so that they were not the things that were driving me to eat. When I started medical school, I probably was 165 pounds. When I walked out of fellowship, I was 285. 120 pounds. That's a whole nother person. And a huge part of it was driven by the challenges that I experienced, the inability to deal with those challenges, and the buffering behaviors that I then developed to manage, I thought, the things I was going through. So we've got to reframe challenges as opportunities, as stepping stones. We've got to adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset says that I am not limited to where I am. I can be better. I can learn. I can evolve. I can change. I can move. Believing that you are capable of change and that setbacks are not a natural part of the journey. Setbacks are a part of the natural part of the journey. But they're not the things that are keeping you. They are not designed to corral you and to keep you there. Setbacks happen. So adopting a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says that all I have is what's here. I can't move from this space. The education I have, the certifications I have, the job I have, the relationships I have, I'm stuck right here. And there are times when, if I'm not careful, I can get into that space. But adopting a growth mindset, focusing on your why. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about why, and we'll come back to that. When the going gets tough, when the going gets rough, you got to reconnect to the deeper reasons that you're on this path. Your why is the fuel. It is the wing beneath your wings. It is the thing that makes you get up and go when you feel like laying down. It's the thing that makes you move when everything in you is saying to just stay right here. In our community meetup this past week, we were talking about those spaces that we sometimes find ourselves in. Right? If you didn't see, go back and watch the episode that we did where I showed up home with those 18 bars of chocolate that I purchased from the store because I was in that space. Focus on your why. Focus on your why. And then the role of community and accountability. One of the most powerful lessons from 2024 is that community matters. Having a support system, whether it's a group like ours, an accountability partner, or even just one person who believes in you can make all the difference. Together, we celebrate wins. We have navigated challenges and we've encouraged each other to keep going. And in 2025, we're taking that energy to the next level. You'll see more information about joining the community, how we can do that coming out on the channel. You want to pay attention to that. Together, we are unstoppable. There's this there's this video, and I don't know if maybe I'll show it. I don't know if I can show it on the channel, but yeah, I think it's educational. So yeah, I'll show it. But there's this video of a lion, a pack of lions actually, and they're attacking a bison, either bison or buffalo, one of those. And they've picked out one of the smaller ones because it was seemingly by itself. And in the video, you see them take the buffalo down. And you're watching and you're like, oh my goodness, look at this. But then they zoom out a little bit. And what you begin seeing is the herd of buffalo that are coming to the aid of the one buffalo. And the idea there is that by ourselves, we sometimes find ourselves getting taken down by whatever's going on. It's the stress of the job. It's the relationship that is not where we want. It is the sense of guilt or shame, the sense of doubt. And each of those is taking us down. But when the community comes together, when you zoom out and you see the herd, when you see what's going on around you, when you see the support, then we understand that, yeah, there's a place where we can go. It just came to my mind. So my son did, when was it? A couple weeks ago, we had a recital. And so his teacher said, she said that sometimes she was a little frustrated because my son didn't play what she told him to play, what she wanted him to learn. And so she just decided to let him do his own thing. And so he did a combination that he arranged with the Cheers theme song and Joy to the World. Was it Joy to the World? Anyway, one of the Christmas songs. And as I was saying that, what was coming into my mind was the theme song from Cheers. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Sometimes you want to go where you don't have to explain. Sometimes you want to go where you can simply say, I drank some eggnog and my monitor was going off. And everybody in the community understands that you're not a bad person because that happened. The role of community is incredible. The role of community is incredible. So what are some practical steps, some practical tips to start 2025? When we celebrate, when we think back, when we journey back, We want to say, hey, what are some things now as I'm moving forward that I can do that will help me along the way? And we talked about some of them. So number one, revisit your why. Take time to reflect on why you're committed to this journey, this path that you're on. Write it down, put it somewhere that's visible, and revisit it often. Over the next several weeks, as you are thinking about 2025, as you are planning, as you're strategizing about what is 2025 going to bring to me, remember that you're taking something to 2025. You're taking you into 2025. But what is it going to look like? The thing that sets the tone, the thing that sets the base is your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Next thing you want to do is you want to set smart goals, set some goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. It keeps you focused on, and it keeps you motivated. What are the health goals that I want? I want to reach a certain weight. I want to reach a certain A1C. I want to reach a certain benefit in my metabolism. I want to become metabolically flexible. I want to be able to fast for 24, 36 hours. I've not been able to do it. I have not achieved that yet, but that is my goal. How am I going to do that? To begin thinking about that as we move into 2025. Next, establish routines. Consistency is key. Create routines that foster your success. Routine fasting, right? If you are having struggle with fasting, then set a particular time, set a particular day that I'm going to fast. This is going to be it. Here I've done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And here's the thing that I found. There have been a couple of times when I've broken the fast because, something was happening. You remember homecoming, and so my friends were coming through. We were going on our anniversary trip, and so I fasted earlier than the week, and so I did a different day. But for the most part, other than maybe 3 or 4 times through the year, my fasting has been consistent, not because there is this huge strength and power within me, but because it was on at the same time. I didn't have to think about it. Okay, when Tuesday's coming, so tonight I've got to start. It was a given. It was not a negotiation. All right, so establish some routines. What is my fasting routine going to be in the new year? So that means I'm going to have to change some things around. Remember, limitless living, there are some things I've got to adjust in my life so that my fasting goes the way I want it to go. Create some meal planning times. If you find that your biggest struggle is that you are unable to maintain a certain eating practice, then make sure that you are planning those meals in such a way that it works. Exercising. If your goal is exercising, hey, let's do it in a way that fits your lifestyle. Don't try to twist your lifestyle into, that's like putting a square peg in a round hole. Right? Establish some routines. And then join our community. Join our community. You'll be seeing and hearing information for joining the community coming soon. Right here on YouTube, you'll be able to join our membership, and that membership gives you access to our community that we discussed and that we're building. You can do that. A community is so important in what we do. That accountability, amazing in its ability to push, to carry, to support us as we move in the direction of being metabolically healthy. And then begin training. When I talk to people who are in the military or people who are successful, what they tell me is that you can't do the thing that you're doing at the moment you want to do it if that's the only time you do it. They say that you've got to do it before. You got to be practicing. If you want to be a good speaker, then you got to practice speaking. If you want to be a good basketball player, you got to practice basketball. If you want to be a good pianist, you got to practice playing the piano. If you want to be a metabolically active person, if you want to be able to manage blood sugar, if you want to be able to reverse your diabetes, you have got to practice. And all the things that we do as we're moving through the space, the journey that we've been on, the challenges that we've had, that is with the idea of giving practice. Begin training. On our YouTube channel, all of the shows that we've done in this series, all the shows that we've done, it's called How to Reverse Your Diabetes. It's in a playlist that's on the channel. When I say begin training, begin looking through those videos, reading, watching those videos. Get with family, get with friends. Let me pull that up so you guys can see that. Get with family, get with friends. Allow yourself to kind of walk through the process, right? Thinking through, and we'll provide a graphic so that you can see how the shows fit together. Let's see, let's do this one. There we go. All right, so how to reverse your diabetes. 51 episodes. This episode, when we add it to that list, will be 52. So one show a week for the last year. This is Dwain Woode MD Live. For the how to fast successfully, we've done 3 shows per week this entire year, except for a couple of weeks. So probably 150 episodes in how to fast successfully. Amazing. So begin training, begin watching, begin talking to the people in your environment and say, hey, there's a space, there's a place where there are resources that we can learn how to be healthy, how to reverse our diabetes, how to improve our blood pressure and our blood sugar, how to lose weight. That's a big one. In fact, for my guys who are out there, you want to hear something? You want to hear something? Here. Come close. Let me tell you. If your blood, about 60% of men who have diabetes suffer from erectile dysfunction. And improving blood sugars improves those symptoms. And fasting improves blood sugars. So can I say that fasting will cure your erectile dysfunction? I can't say that directly, but I can say that if you are managing your blood sugar, guess what? Oh yeah, it gets better. If you're trying to lose weight, you want to hear something? Come here. Come close. If you fast, you get metabolically better. You lose weight. If you fast, it improves your fatty liver. If you fast, I can go on and on. And the idea is not that I'm telling you, go out and you got to go fast. But I'm saying if you are walking there along the path, if you're on the journey, new year, new you, the new you that you're creating, come on now. The things that you want, it's happening. It's happening. So those are some practical steps on how we start strong in the new year. How do we start strong in the new year? So the you that powers limitless living. As we prepare to close this chapter of New Year, New You, I want to leave you with a powerful reminder. And it is that all year We've been saying this: new year, new you, new year, new you, new year, new you. In fact, I've got my t-shirts, I've got my cup. You've seen the logos. New year, new you. All year long, we've been saying it. But remember, and let me emphasize over and over and over, if you've not noticed, and even now as I said it, it may not click yet, but let me say it again. The year is small. The year is small. But the you is big. Let's see if I can pull that up here. The year is small, but the you is big. New year, new you. New year, new us. New year, new year. New you. The year is not going with us. In fact, right? So we're switching years. So if you got comfortable using 2024, it's gone. It's leaving. It's not staying with you. But the new you is who carries the lessons, is who carries the growth, who carries the transformation forward. The calendar changes, but the new you that you've become, stronger, more resilient, and more informed, it is what you take with you into the new chapter that matters. The new you is what you take with you. This is the person. The journey we've been on together this year has not been about temporary, quick changes, about quick fixes. It's about creating lasting impact. It's been about learning to take charge of your health, to understand your body, and to make empowered decisions. Every lesson you've embraced, every goal that you have pursued, every step you've taken toward better health, these are the foundations of limitless living. This is what awaits you. This is what awaits us in the new year. So as we transition into 2025, remember this: the power of limitless living comes from the new you. From what you've learned, from what you've overcome, from the journey you've been on. And it's this you that will continue to break barriers, to push boundaries, and to thrive in ways you never thought possible. Let's take all that we've gained, all that we've discovered, all that we've built as we step into limitless living. You're ready. You are capable, and you are limitless. I love this. I love this. I love this concept that we are stepping into. And I invite you to join us as we move into the new year. This is our last episode for this season. We will be off for the holidays, and we will come back strong. Our first episode of the show is on January 6th at 7 p.m. Central. Keep an eye out. You'll still see some things out there on social media. You will see the opportunity to partner with the channel. You'll see the opportunity to be in the space so that we can continue building and growing together and supporting each other. Okay? That's all there. Make sure that if there are people in your lives, let me say this, if there are people in your lives that are suffering, that you point them in this direction. I said, how many episodes did I say? I said 52. The 52 episodes in the show, right? Dwain Woode MD Live. and over 150 episodes in the How to Fast Successfully. We're talking about 200 episodes of the show that are out there, that are available, that anybody can go watch and can use. So point them in that direction. Let them know, hey, just go watch it. As a matter of fact, don't just let them go watch it. Take them with you, or go with them and say, hey, let's watch this episode together. Awesome. All right, so let's see. Let's go back and let's take a look at, let's see what's been going on in the chat. So Gianna says, Merry Christmas. Let's see, who do we have? So we got some guesses. We got another guess. So Jennifer says 0.3. Teresa says 0.1. Steve says 0.2. Gian says, I want to be with you all. I love this community. Gian, thank you. And thank you, Doctor. Always lead us a good way. Thank you. My goal is more fasting routine. Community is important to me. Yeah, very, very important. Cornelia says, me too, Gian. Dr. Woode has united us to cheer one another on constantly as we train ourselves to be the new and better versions of ourselves. I'm excited for all of us. And Teresa says, clap, 100%. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look at blood sugars, right? Because I want to do this because I was sharing with some folks earlier today, and they said, hey, it's encouraging for people to see you and what's going on in your blood sugar. I said, sure, let's do it. All right, so there's my average blood sugar, and you'll see that there on the screen, 157. That is for the last 14 days. I'm in target 67% of the time, which is from 70 to 180. My glucose management indicator is 7.1. So that means that if my blood sugars as they are now continue over the next 90 days, then my A1C would be a 7.1. But that's not going to be, right? So you guys, it's not going to be 7.1. I have my doctor's visit in February, right? So January, so the rest of December, January, and then February, I have to get that down. If I go to 90 days, my average is probably about 139. Okay, 136. In target 84% of the time. So my blood sugar over the last 2 weeks have been higher than they have been over the last 90 days. And that should make sense. You guys have kind of watched over the course of the last couple of weeks. My glucose management indicator is 6.6, so still good. Okay, I want that lower, right? In fact, I think someone said recently that their A1C was 5.8. Was it? I think I remember who that was, but if it was you, say yes, it was me, and tell me it was 5.8. So 136. If I look at my blood sugars over the last several days, you'll see there. So on Friday we broke our fast, right in here, and so that's Friday night, right into Saturday morning. So not that bad, and I think I had a salad, right? So isn't that incredible though? That's what a salad does. So and you guys have seen the salads I have. In fact, I get them from work, and I actually started cutting them in half or eating half of it. But look at that, right? So that was a salad right there. And then into the rest of the day, I'm trying to remember what I had here. Oh, you know what? This was gum. Yeah, this was gum. And as blood sugar came down, and then we had lunch, and I'm trying to remember. So I had salad again. And this was salad with rice and salmon, jasmine rice. And look at the length of time, right? So started there so we had lunch right here, so 1:32, And so that was 4:43 all the way up to about 11, 12 o'clock into the next morning, actually, before it came down. Right. And this is all, by the way, without medication. And then ate again. And so that afternoon. And then here we are today. And this right here was salad and, what did I say I have? And soup. Salad and broccoli soup. And so here we are at 1:23 is where we are right now. Okay. All right. And so then let's hop over and let's take a look at what my Keto Mojo is going to say my blood sugar is. Let me pull that up before we get over there. All right. Actually, let's do this one. Let's get this one off. And so here's my Keto Mojo meter. Turn that on. And I think we had guesses. What were the guesses? Point 1, 0.3, and 0.2. I think is what we had. Yeah. 0.3, 0.1, and 0.2. And let's see who gets it. Drum roll, please. And my blood sugar is 144, and my ketones are 0.2. And Steve, yeah, look at that. Steve, I want to know how you are. You're getting better and better at this guessing. You're getting better and better at this guessing. So you might have to share with us your what your secret is. All right. Well, so everyone, I always say that I'm excited to be in the space with you all. Excited to be in this space so that we are growing and that we are building together. And yeah, so let me just comment about this. So Steve said that yes, it was his A1C was 5.9 when he went to the hospital. So 5.9. So awesome, Steve. Not that you went to the hospital, but that your ketones were. I mean, your A1C was 5.9. So as we move through the rest of, and we've just got a few more days before the end of this year, I encourage you all to remember that within you, there is unlimited potential. There is unlimited ability to make decisions for yourself. As you go through the next several days, there are memories that are going to come up of people that used to be in our lives that are no longer there. There's an empty chair, an empty table, an empty plate. There's a place right here that they used to sit that they're not there right now. And the temptation is going to be to use that emotion or have that emotion push us in a direction that we don't want to go. There are going to be some thoughts about ourselves, about how this year ended up, about some plans that we had that we didn't accomplish, about some goals that we set out to do at the start of the year that we never did. There are going to be some things that happened that took you off course. And you're saying to yourself, hey, man, look at me. Why didn't I do that? How did I get here? There are some relationships that didn't end up the way you thought they were going to end up. There are some financial financial strides that you thought you were going to make, or some financial holes that you're in that you thought you were going to get out. There's some career things. There's some mother-child, father-child, mother-mother, sibling issues that are going to come up. But I want you to remember that within all of that, you have unlimited potential to make a choice. Is it easy? Nope. I'm going to be the first one to sit here and tell you that sometimes it's going to be tough. But the more you do it, the more you come back at it, the more you attempt it, the better it gets. There are some conversations that I had this week that I had to, in my head, as I am responding in a way I don't want to respond. In my head, I'm thinking, what does limitless living look like in this situation? You have the potential. You have the ability. And we are looking forward to seeing you as we get into the new season, as we hit the ground running, as we live a limitless life, as we move into a better space and into the space that we want to be as we get our diabetes reversed and we improve our health. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. And in this year, new you. But in the new year, limitless living that's built on the new you that you've become. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the rest of the season. Have a great time with your families, and we would look to see you in the new season. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening, and we appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.